Hi, this is Donna with the Waldorf Connection and author of the Waldorf Homeschool Handbook, and welcome to video number 3. Okay, so if you've been following along in my video series, we started with video 1 where I talked about the challenges of starting to teach first grade and how it can be overwhelming and you can feel frustrated. You can feel like there's so much. And then we moved on to video number 2 where I talked about the 5 pitfalls of getting started, and within each one I gave you a tip of one thing you can do for each one of those pitfalls. And if you haven't had a chance to watch the other videos, go ahead and click over. You can watch them. They're not very long, but it will really kind of take you through this journey that I'm going through with you to kind of lead you through everything that you'll need to get started with first grade. And speaking of that, one of the biggest questions that I get, and the most asked question I get from my clients and from just those in our community, is about choosing curriculum. How do I choose curriculum, right? What's the best curriculum for me? And I think it's really an important topic. So we're going to talk a little bit about the importance of having a good curriculum. And really, if you think about it, you know, why is it so important to have a good curriculum and one that fits you? And I think it's probably one of the most important things because I consider it as your lifeline, right? It is the tool that you are going to use for your entire year, though there may be some other things, materials and art supplies, and maybe some books that you'll use, but the curriculum is like the main piece. It is going to be your lifeline for your entire first grade or whatever grade that you're teaching. So you want to make sure that you have something that really fits, that really is supporting you. So let's talk briefly about the benefits. You know, why is it important to get something that really works? And what are the benefits to having this lifeline that really does support you? Well, the first thing I can think of, and it's probably the number one thing, is to save you time. And I know that so many of us are busy, and you know, you may have a first grader and preschooler and a baby. And as I talked about in the other videos, we don't have an abundance of time anymore because we're just busy and we have other things going on. And I feel like when you're starting the first grade that it's really hard to pull things from a curriculum over here and maybe a piece of this over here and kind of make up your own lesson over here. It certainly can be done, but I think it's really nice to have something that first year that's a pretty good structure that will help you with your flow, that'll make you really understand, you know, how it all works and how it all fits together. And by having a good support, by having that curriculum that's really laid out well, that really does everything you need, it will save you so much time because you're not pulling things from over here and looking for this and, oh, you have to go search over here and find a music thing, or you have to find a book over here in order to teach this. And it can just be very it's just wasting time when you have to do all of that. I like to have something all in one place. So having a good support, having a good curriculum really will save you a ton of time, not only just to support you and have that all together, but so that you don't have to try to come up with all these ideas and come up with these songs for circle time. And there's so much that you have to do anyway that I feel if you have that piece, it will really serve you to give you the extra energy and time that you're going to need to actually teach the lessons. So saving time is a really huge benefit. The other thing is it makes it a lot easier. Again, as I was saying, otherwise there is all these moving parts, as you already know. You have to tell stories, and you have to knit, and you have to paint, and you have to do chalkboard, and main lesson, and movement, and circle time, and nature, and baking, and there's a lot going on. And so I think the simpler and the easier that the curriculum can be, the easier to follow, then the better for you, because it's just one less thing that you have to think about. It's one less thing you have to feel overwhelmed about. It just will be something easy to follow, something step by step that will guide you on your journey through the first grade. And that brings me to the third benefit, and that is that it's enjoyable, that you are enjoying what you're doing, and more importantly, that your child loves learning. Because I know ultimately that's what this is all about. You're trying to bring a holistic, nature-based, alternative type of education because you don't want the typical traditional school. You want something different, and you want your child to experience learning instead of just looking at it through a book or a workbook. And to have all of that together and bring it as a big package is a lot for you as the mom. And so you have to be able to pull it all off so that it flows, so that your child is excited. And when you sit down to do your lessons, they're engaged and they're excited, and they're not like, oh my gosh, mommy looks like she's overwhelmed and she's mad or whatever. There's a lot of moving pieces there. And so you want to bring this environment so your child will thrive, so they will learn, so they will be happy, and they'll be enjoying what they're doing. And in turn, you will too. You will learn so much. You will not be the same person after you finished your first grade year as you were before. And it's an incredible journey. And having a curriculum is a really, really big piece of it. So after talking about the benefits and the importance of a curriculum, I would like to invite you to my upcoming training on how to choose a curriculum, where I'm really going to go a lot deeper into all the pieces that I think a curriculum should have that's really important, and what your curriculum really needs to do for you, and on how to pick the one that fits you. So you'll be getting some more information about that. So for your comments today, I would like you to comment below and let me know the one thing that you are really looking for from a first grade curriculum. And I'd love to see your answers. I'll go ahead and read them and comment. And then I hope to see you on the training, How to Choose a Curriculum. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.